Hey, what's going on, 12s? This is from my Seahawks fans. Let me turn the TV down. This is going to be a very short video because I'm just going to get straight to the point. Just got done watching, our Hawks beat the Cardinals, and, I'm an avid Seahawks fan, and, I always want them to win. But when I see something that's, kind of sketchy, I got to let you know. And so once again, this video is, you don't have to believe in anything that I am saying at all, which I probably know that in the comment section is going to be some people saying a whole bunch of derogatory things after I say this, but here it is. Your boy Earl Thomas was sacrificed. This was a demonic thing that happened. Yes, the whole N.F.L. and all the power players in this world, they are controlled by a higher power, so to speak. But it's a demonic force, which we know is the fallen one, which is Satan. And these people do witchcraft, and they do sorcery, and they do sacrifices. And what they did here was, Earl Thomas, he was trying to make sure that his future was going to be secured based off of the fact that he was in the last year of his contract. And he's an older player, but he's a proven player. And he wanted to make sure that he had a contract that was going to guarantee him some money. So just in case something did happen to him, he would have a nice deal that was set up. And he deserves it. If anyone deserves it, a lot of these players, they deserve to have these contracts, even though it's not the Seahawks, their trend to sign new deals when they have a certain amount of time left before the end of the contract. You got to, and I know what happened with Cam Chancellor and stuff the year before, but Cam Chancellor was a great player, but he's not an Earl Thomas. Earl Thomas makes that whole defense go. So if you're going to give someone that opportunity, that type of contract extension or lock them up in a deal, Earl Thomas is the one. Now you could say, oh yeah, but look what happened now. Listen, this is a demonic thing that happened. Last year in the same stadium. Now I'm not going back to the Super Bowl saying because we lost in the Super Bowl and it's some sort of, thing with the Super Bowl included. That was all set up as well. All that stuff. If this whole entertainment, this whole NFL thing is in the bookies and all this stuff, it's all satanic, it's all demonic, it's all fake, it's all forged, it's all for entertainment, and it's a whole lot more than what we know about. But when you start to see little things, trends and stuff like this that are not normal, stuff that's happening that's not normal at all. Just certain things. So basically the whole Legion of Boom is basically got injured at the same stadium and might all be out of football. In the same stadium. That's not what. Start doing the odds. And what's the odds of that happening? Earl Thomas wanted to lock himself up by getting a contract, so they got mad at him and they didn't want him to do that. They did not want him to do what he was doing, but he was trying to take a stand for his career. So basically, the higher up say, okay, let's look at this insignificant nothing trying to dictate what kind of deal we give him. They're in the mindset of we can give him whatever we want to give him. If he doesn't follow by our rules and do what we tell him to do, then yeah, right. So basically, these people, They do witchcraft, they do sorcery. That's how all of the evil in this world has been able to go completely, just these laws that are made in the world. That's why they're always continuing to be able to do this. This whole structure, we vote these people in the office thinking they're going to do something to help us when we don't even actually vote these people in the office. These people are handpicked all throughout government. Oh yeah, this is crazy talk, right? This don't make no sense, huh? You still sleep in your bed, huh? Got your little pacifier in your mouth. I'm sick of it, bro. It's just, even though, I want the Seahawks to win, but not at the expense of somebody else's health. And then when he got hurt, he was sitting down. It was so just, for people that are awoke and can see, it was just so obvious. The whole team got in a satanic circle around him while he's in the middle. And they're all with their heads down acting like they're praying. Now, some of them might have been. But check this out. That was a satanic circle. I don't care what you think about what I'm saying. I don't care if you agree. I've seen it too much, and those that are awake know. We know. You let those that be asleep stay asleep. It doesn't make any sense. And you'll say, "Oh, Will Disley got hurt too on the other side." I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm just gonna leave it alone. Earl Thomas was a sacrifice for the Seahawks. because he was trying to take a stand that could have spread throughout the league, where people say, you know what, if you're not gonna pay me, I'll take the ding from my paycheck. I'll take the fines as long as I get what I want. I'm gonna show the power those that are in control of that write the checks. These owners that got their money crooked anyway. All these people, how in the world these owners, they make more money than the owners and all the CEOs, they make more money than the dang players. The players make them all the money. They don't do nothing. They just sit in their press box and watch these guys year after year getting hurt, injury after injury. And then you think that they're making millions and millions of dollars, but after the taxes, these guys ain't making that. Health insurance, they got to move out of their into different areas, neighborhoods, because you can't be rich just living anywhere. So they have to move out of the neighborhoods into a richer neighborhood, which is gated communities. And these places, they're so expensive and an upkeep and all that. So if you may think, oh, a guy gets a contract for $8 million, $5 million, or $20 million over 5 years, you may think, oh yeah, they're making money. They're really not, because their standard of living, their cost of living also rose with that contract. It's not like they just somebody living in the hood with $20 million. No. They got to pay lawyers, they got taxes, fees, they got the families, they have to upkeep, they got all kind of stuff they got to do. You know what I mean? So it's just like Earl Thomas wanted us to secure his future. But what he should have known, which is probably what I think he already knows, is the industry he's in. And he knows the spirit that guides that industry. And who knows if he already sold himself out and knows what about the Baphomet and satanic stuff and all that. And what you have to do to be able to get those contracts. Because you're not making no money in this world unless you do some deal. You know what I mean? I'm talking about real money. I'm talking about that crazy money that can set somebody up for the rest of their life. You ain't making none of that money unless you decide to go that other side. That satanic, demonic side. That side that's about to be destroyed when Christ comes back. God willing, all praise and Most High God, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that we all make it. But man, this is world we live in. So the Seahawks surrounded this guy. Go back and look. They surrounded him when he was on the field, and when and they had their heads down praying. It just seemed funny. It seemed fake. Something seemed wrong about it. But if you know anything about those satanic circles, you look on YouTube, you can see that stuff. Little satanic circle. They get in a circle and they put the person in the middle, and they do a little seance thing. Dude, the wool is over the world's eyes, but not everyone has the wool over their eyes. I don't care what you say. Who cares, dude? This crap is crazy. And then the Seahawks win. When's the last time the Seahawks won a game like that? Going back and forth. Of course we should have been, in the first quarter, it should have been 14-0. But then all of a sudden, of course, like just on cue, we allow the other team to go right down the field, or we miss a field goal, or we don't get the 14 points, stay at 7 points. It's supposed to be 14-0. Then the other team marches way down the field. All the time, like clockwork, when it's the Seahawks. Ever since, I don't know, way back in the day, like 3-4 years ago, we used to be able to lock some other team down. We score 3 points, you'd be like, oh, we're going to win the game. Our defense is too crucial. But now, for the past 4, ever since that Super Bowl with the Patriots and all that, it's like the Seahawks can't close games out. Or if we get a lead, you know the other team will come right back down the field and take the lead. You know it's going to happen. Just like clockwork. But we always lose those games. You always see Russell Wilson, we're up or something in the third quarter. The other team comes back and makes a touchdown. They go up by like, say, 3 or 4 points. And it's always Russell Wilson you see him in shotgun at the end of a game in a loud stadium, getting blitzed, and then he gets sacked, and then all of a sudden the time runs out. We only got time to throw up a Hail Mary or something. And then we lose the game. That's our track record. So you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking, okay, well, they surrender and sacrifice Earl Thomas. He doesn't get to make his statement. He doesn't get to show other players that they do have power to be able to dictate the terms of their contract to these crook con artists, CEOs and owners and all these, the higher ups in on their team that decides the contracts of the teams. He didn't. They were like, oh, we're not gonna let him do that because that'll be like a ripple effect, and we want to put him in his place, like a public lynching. put this dude in this place and have everybody watch it. You try to go against us, you're gonna have some unseen, just unnatural stuff happen to you, like all of the Legion of Boom going down. Possibly Earl Thomas, who knows what his what they're gonna say is wrong with his leg, but then all of a sudden all the Legion of Boom go down in the same state. Man, get out of here! Get out of here!